Hey guys, it's Vanessa from Building a Hopeful Homestead channel. Today we are going to Costco. We are going to get some big things that we've been waiting to get for a long time. I look forward to spending time with you guys. We have a big project in the work for this afternoon. I'm going to also be making chicken broth in the midst of that. So I hope you guys stick around to see what we're up to. Sorry about my hair just now. That was first thing in the morning. My hair looks much better now. Today I am working on putting away these bulk spices before we go to Costco. I've been waiting a long time to do this. They've been sitting around my house for a couple of weeks, and it's really hard to keep things organized when you have a toddler that shifts everything everywhere. So I'm really relieved and happy to finally be able to get these spices into these jars. We moved here about 8 months ago now. We went from having a 5-bedroom house with separate living room, dining room, sunroom, and office to having a townhouse with a combined kitchen, living room, and dining room, one extra room downstairs, and not even enough bedrooms for each person in the house to have a bedroom. So it's a little bit of a crush in this place for us. We were able to get that house because it was a foreclosure back 10 years ago during 2008. Prices were down a lot. Right now we're struggling to find a place to go because prices are literally insane. That's why we decided to go to Costco later today. We're going to get a few things to make living in this house easier and more comfortable. We're going to get a little bit more settled down in this townhouse. My kids are back in school, so that means another school year, and we probably won't move again for another 8 months. So here I am just putting away all these bulk food items before we go to Costco to make everything we have to do later today a little bit less daunting. In the meantime, while we get comfortable here and settle down, we will still be looking for property. We're really looking forward to having our own homestead, having a yard for our kids to run and play in, just a place where we can breathe and not be so in the midst of everything. We live off of a major highways corridor currently, and we don't like it. The highway dictates everything. A trip to Walmart can take 20 minutes or it can take 2 hours. It just depends. My husband's commute should be 30 minutes, which is long to begin with. But some days it takes them 2 to 3 hours to get to work. So we're really looking forward to moving to a place where the highway doesn't dictate our lives. My husband's looking forward to a shorter commute, and hopefully we will find something soon. In the meantime though, we're going to settle down in this townhouse and get really comfortable and feel at home. So I hope you guys enjoy watching what we do to get settled here. I'm just going to finish filling up these jars, and then we're going to go to Costco to see what we can find to help us out with that. This thing is massive.
Oh, you found a place to jam that on. Oh, I see. No, not yet. They'll stay off until the last possible minute. I got this side. You go to that side.
I open, Mom.
You are.
Helping. There we go.
What are you building, Henry?
So you go high.
You going to build a house?
See how the
Okay.
goes this way
I'm
out.
gonna be
So you go
the
high,
house.
snap on, and then slide it down.
This is that Costco chicken that we had for dinner tonight with that Caesar salad. The other side of it, we've picked things off, and this is just the underside. I pulled the string off of it, and what I did was I added this organic peeled garlic from Azure to it, and I filled it with water, and I'm just going to simmer it on low until tomorrow, and it's going to make some really great chicken broth. There's still plenty of chicken on the bird too, so I'm going to pick that chicken off and I'll freeze that, and we will have broth and chicken to go in our soups for the fall. The contents of the china cabinet.
Could have made this tighter, but I didn't want to. I wanted to make sure you had some room to operate on.
Yeah, thank you. This is perfect. Perfect for 2 5-gallon buckets in each. Like 2 rows. It's awesome. Here's the shelf from Costco, all finished and loaded up with our food storage. This is dry food storage, and on top we have our vinegars, dog food, trash bags, anything you can possibly think of, we have it up there. It really cleared off the floor, it made it easier to clean in that room. We put all of our usable dishes into the china cabinet along with some pretty things that I liked. I like antiques, so that's what the top shelf is, and the bottom are the dishes that we're going to use every day. These are easier to get to now. In the cabinets it was harder to access, so I'm really happy with that. We're going to put these spices on the table into jars in a few minutes. The island is still quite a mess. We need to clean that up. There's some bulk peaches there that we picked the other day. That's the chicken broth that I made earlier. These cabinets are much more empty now, believe it or not. I have a lot of Tupperware on the top 2 shelves. And there's Tupperware in the middle shelf here that I'm going to move over to the other shelf so that we have more space. It's easier to work in this kitchen now, and everything is much more accessible than it used to be.
What is that?
I put the onion powder in. Not exactly.
This isn't fair. This must have been compressed when it was in.
Yeah, good. You might make it.
Feels like it's still the same half and part.
Oh, it smells so amazing.
What, the dill?
The onion powder.
Oh, all I can smell is like huge dill. Oh, so good. Smells like I'm bathing in Funyuns.
Funyuns. Oh, I love Funyuns. That's what I love. Those are one of my favorite chips and onions.
No,
Everything onion flavored is my favorite.
I know.
Really?
Mm-hmm. I did know Funyuns were your favorite back in the day. Just doesn't go anywhere. Alright, we'll have to use the rest of those dildos.
You gotta pop it down.
Yeah, we're gonna have to.
You know what I mean? Like take the jar and kind of snap it.
You know, I'm popping. I'm actually physically pushing it down. It's not going.
Just use a gallon. It's fine. I planned on using a gallon after that one.
Well, why didn't you tell me that at the beginning?
I did! Oh my gosh, I'm forgetting. My husband's been away at work for a few days, so this was a really fun activity. We got to talk a lot, and that's not usually the norm. The kids were over watching TV, and they kind of left us alone, so we got to have some fun together. You know, fun putting away food storage, but it actually was fun. I had a good time doing this with him, and it was, you know, a fun family activity. If the kids had come over, they could have helped too, but they were perfectly happy where they were at. We ended up sniffing quite a few things because they smelled amazing. The fenugreek smells like maple syrup, so we were both sniffing it like, oh, it smells like pancakes. It was funny. The onion powder smelled amazing too, and so did the dill. Everything smelled amazing. So the freshness of Azure's spices is great. both of us noticed that the parsley in particular was this vibrant green color compared to like the chives and stuff. I'm not really sure why, but if you guys have noticed that, do comment below. And if you know why, please tell me, but it is the most vibrant green that I've seen from parsley. You don't find that at the regular store. Here we're putting away the last of it. This is kaffir lime leaves and curry leaves for when I make curry powder. And there's my little guy hanging out with us. Here's the end of it. We're getting the table all pretty. This was my grandmother's tablecloth. She had it tucked away in her house, and I ended up finding it when they were going through everything, and I liked it, so I took it home. And we got this board from the Salvation Army for $8. I thought it was really cute, and I love the way it looks. We put these like big thick things underneath of it to keep it from scraping the table. And I'm really happy with how the dining room turned out. Here it is all finished. The storage shelf on the left, the table in the middle, the china cabinet on the right. I may put curtains up in the storage shelf just to cover all that clutter. I'm really happy with how this turned out. If you have any suggestions for covering up that storage shelf, please comment below. As always, thank you for spending time with us today. We really appreciate your presence in our lives, and we hope to see you again soon. Bye, friends.